There is Tony Perella, the man, the boss man, running off. He doesn't like the limelight too much, but it's because he's busy keeping these guys. I mean, talk about a plate juggler. Tony Perella, how he does it, I'll never know. But it's so, I'm so honored to be part of this because he really does enthuse you to better. And he is a people of the man, a man of the people, so to speak, because Tony Perella is every which way a passionate racing fan, driver, and organizer. And
I've got a great story about this guy here, Todd Strong, if we can stay on him. Todd Strong grew up in the Lake Tahoe area and had a skateboarding accident in the late 70s and started fast racer, but he had broken his arm in that skateboarding accident. He's an aeronautical engineer in the aviation industry. And so during physical therapy and everything so that he could race again, he invented and patented the shake weight. Remember the shake weight?
Right, okay.
From years ago, from like infomercials. So that's Todd Strong. What a great last name to invent the shake weight.
Yeah.
And look for him to be up front in the Club Ford. He races with us in the Formula Ford Challenge in California. And then next to him is Dan Cowdery in that green car. Really fast driver. And they're pulling out right now. We've got a lot of Formula Ford Challenge drivers from the West Coast. Paul Fanner from Racer Magazine. He keeps like teasing us that he's a Formula Ford driver. I haven't seen it yet. Paul Fanner, if you're listening,
no, he'll
stop
be listening.
What you're doing and get out here and race some Formula Ford with us and have some fun with us.
He's too busy.
It'll just be some great articles.
He's too busy doing
Magazine.
one of the best magazines in the world. Are you kidding?
This is going to be a
last
fun
night,
race.
just looking at what was going on in Formula One and who was doing what. And NASCAR, of course, it's Jimmy Johnson's last hurrah today at Phoenix, so we wish him well. But he ain't done because he's going single-seater racing. You know what? Jimmy Johnson's going to end up here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I see him in the Trans Am Series someday.
I actually heard rumor that he was
vintage.
interested in doing some Trans Am. That
would be
really
great if we could pull that off. How cool would that be?
Well,
you know,
Paul
it's my
Tracy's
job to
doing it
interview
this weekend.
drivers, but I'll be starstruck if I ever have to go interview him.
I have interviewed him once, and I was starstruck. I saw a great thing on Twitter by him about what he calls his 48 family, and you know, he's just such a gentleman, and he's had such success. 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson racing today at Phoenix, his last day in NASCAR before he takes on the IndyCar Series. But he's got a good teammate in Scott Dixon, who, I don't know, knows a little bit about IndyCar racing.
22 cars in this field of open wheel Group 2, Formula Ford, Club Ford. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different manufacturers.
Oh, it's painful hearing your mental arithmetic there.
How cool is that?
See the fumes coming out of your
I'm not
ears.
very mathletic. But we're going to go through the grid right here. We've got Trevor Russell in that 1998 Club Ford. Todd Strong is in the vintage 1974 Titan. Dan Cowdery, Eric Inkrot, Bob Hatley. That's all of our Southern California contingency. Right? Not all of them, but those 4 are in our Southern California contingency. They race with each other all the time. We had dinner with them the other night. They talk a lot of smack. They love each other, but they hate getting beat by each other. Glenn Taylor, Michael Werrick, Michael Hummel starting 8th. Kim Madrid, look for her to run up front. She hasn't had it yet. She's been struggling with some gremlins in the car. She's in the pink car. She's actually the organizer of the Formula Ford Challenge out west. Roland Johnson is in that very historic, the very first Formula Ford race in America. He's driving the car that won that race at Willow Springs, I believe, in 1969 in his 1967 Lotus 51. Jeff Langham in 11th. Jeffrey Garrett. Duke Waldrop. Cool story about Duke in number 13. His wife, Faye, won our Amateur Mechanic of the Year last year. And the reason why we were doing a race at Roebling, and she was sidetracked, and I walked up to her with my camera, and she started yelling at Duke, and she said, expletive, Duke, slow down, you're winning the race by wreck. And so since then, I thought, there's a good mechanic. That's why Duke is winning so much in SVRA, because he's got accountability partner on the radio. So she won Amateur Mechanic of the Year last year. Faye, we love you. Brian Gay, 14th. Jim Edmonds at 15th. Bruce Matari. Robert Rogers, David Mock, Gregory Stam, Mac Anderson, Rick Stather, and Scott Clark. 22 cars, I think 11 different manufacturers. going from 1998 to the... Jonathan, I'm going to give it over to you. You're my favorite announcer. We're going to have some good time right here.
All right, you can see them forming up now, 2 by 2, and it's the Van Diemen and the Titan side by side, the Titan Mark 9, and the safety car about to pull off and let these guys, and unleash these guys on the most famous circuit in the United States.